Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 12 of So Now You're a Teacher. I'm your host, Liesl McConchie, international expert on brain-based learning, author, teacher, and mother of three, who, to be honest, is really starting to get a little stir crazy. Anyone else? Ooh, we can do this. We can do hard things. Hey, so we're talking about motivation. This is our last episode on motivation, unless something comes up that people want to hear about. So we spent the last 3 episodes talking about how we can jumpstart the brain into action to get our kids out of bed, off the couch, and into doing something productive. And those 3 short-term hardwired motivators were, that's right, curiosity, anticipation, and relevance. Now, in an ideal world, our children's brains would be experiencing learning experiences where those brain states naturally were evoked by the nature of the learning experience that they were having. This is why when we first started home-based learning, there was a couple things that were being passed around virally on social media. I don't know if you saw them, of like parents sitting down with their kids and saying, what do you want to learn about while we're home? That's huge relevance, like high relevance, because the kid is deciding. This is why student-led learning is so effective. This is why project-based learning is effective, because all things are intertwined together. The subjects are combining together, so it doesn't feel so disjointed and isolated, and students are like, why do we have to learn this? Because it's all infused in a relevant project. So again, in an ideal world, it would all just naturally be there, but we are clearly not living in a utopian society right now. And so there are things that we can do as parents and teachers to help facilitate and foster the brain states that drive motivation in the brain: curiosity, anticipation, and relevance. From there, once we get them up and going, then long term, we're looking at ideally finding ways to keep them motivated long term, not just for 5-10 minutes to get them up and going. As I mentioned before, these change as we age. So what motivates a 5-year-old is different than what motivates a 15-year-old. Here's what motivates your really young little ones. If you've got little ones like me, or if you have teenagers like I'm used to teaching, then this is going to be relevant for you. You'll see what motivates each different age group. So what motivates a little one are things like autonomy, things like identity and power and security. Little ones want to feel really secure. So anything like, hey, mom or dad, like we're going to be right here with you. And that gives that sense of security, and it helps them be motivated to continue. Things like power. This is why you have line leaders in kindergarten, and we don't have line leaders in high school, because it doesn't motivate a high schooler to be able to like, ooh, I get to be the line leader of the day. No, not even a little bit. But man, you tell a kindergarten they could be the line leader, and they're just like, whatever it takes, I'll do whatever. They're so motivated by that. So those are things that motivate the little ones. When you're looking at your like late elementary, early middle school, like those tweenish years, man, if you want to really mess with one of those kids, let them know that they're not invited to someone's birthday party. Because what motivates that age group is affiliation. Being affiliated with this group of friends or this type of person, strong affiliation is a motivator. Being right. Your parents are like, yeah, I know. We see it every day. So finding ways to help them feel right, celebrate their rightness, acknowledge it, point it out, and that'll continue to motivate them. They're also driven by a sense of autonomy as well as a sense of belonging. So that's why it's so important, why their friend groups really start to emerge and become really important and significant for them in this age group. Whereas it's not as significant in the younger years. They want more of the security from their family, and then it transitions to be belonging within their friend group. When you get to the teenagers, then your long-term motivators turn into more like status and mastery and, hey, I'm the funny guy, I'm the jock. Then you get into like those high school movies where all those, what's the word I'm looking for? Just all those like cliche, like little clicks and stuff come out, because that's what defines and motivates the teenage brain. So status, mastery, as well as affiliation as well. Now, here's something that's interesting that motivates the teenage brain as well, is a sense of purpose. When you look into the research, these teenage years is when they begin to develop a sense of purpose, of something bigger than themselves or outside of themselves. So you might go a long way with your teenager of helping tap into some greater societal need that they're really passionate about, and find a way to connect some type of learning experience about that. They can write an op-ed for their writing assignment about a topic they're really passionate about right now. Or they could be studying the statistics or the math of the melting of the ice caps if they're really into climate change or something like that. So connecting to that sense of purpose is really helpful. There's so much more to break down with all of this. A couple resources for you if you want more information, which you probably do because I blazed through this at lightning speed. So there is the paid option, which is buy my book, which is coming out in just a couple weeks. Just search my name on Amazon. The book's called Brain-Based Learning. I co-wrote it with the leading brain expert in the world, Dr. Eric Jensen. And it's coming out soon. It's on discount right now, 20% off. So there's a whole chapter on motivation in that book, and we break all of this down. The free option is I've written a couple articles about motivation. They're on my website and they're completely free. You can download them. And I've even made 2 separate ones so that it's really specific to the age of your child or your children if you're a teacher. So if you have younger children, then you'll want to go to lieselmcconchie.com/motivation K8. lieselmcconchie.com/motivation K8 for the younger ones. If you teach or if you have children who are older, like at the middle school, junior high, high school level, then you'll want to just check out lieselmcconchie.com/motivation. And you can download the article. It'll give you all the information that you want to know about long-term motivation within that developmental range of your child or your student. So check those out. I hope you find it really helpful. I'm sure you will. There's lots of examples that I give in those articles, so much more than we could ever do in a quick 5-10 minute video. So that's it for now, guys. Until next time. That was not a deep breath. That was a very shallow breath. All right, I got to work on my stress. We can do this, guys. See you soon.